Looking at the massive crater with smoke rising to the heavens, the martial artist hesitated immediately. What the hell is this? What kind of monster is he? Just one man had completely obliterated the divine manifestations of all their martial saints. Questions filled the air, but none of them dared to step forward, only standing in stunned silence, eyes wide open. At this moment, Lu Xing no longer just looked like a monster, he felt like an untouchable deity. Wrapped in his powerful energy, he stood alone in the sky, gazing down upon the world with a look of absolute equality in weakness, because in front of him, none of them stood out. His eyes swept across the crowd. He just smiled. "You are all so weak." That single expression ignited the fury of every martial artist present. They still didn't understand where this freak came from, but surely, if enough ants bite an elephant, it will fall. And so, they charged together, roaring as one. "Everyone, attack at once! Don't hold back!" The words were so laughable that Lu Xing couldn't help but respond. "Oh? So now you've finally thought about attacking together? How ridiculous! Let me crush that arrogance of yours!" Before his words even finished, a massive surge of power exploded from his core. His sculpted abs rippled as his entire body surged forward, launching into the crowd like a meteor. His fist, carrying raw brute force, tore through the air. He didn't even need to land a direct hit. The sheer pressure from his strike alone sent enemies flying in all directions. Those still standing? He smashed them away with a single palm strike. The rest? Lu Xing didn't even need to touch them. His energy alone repelled them like scattered leaves. He moved freely among the martial saints, a lone emperor amidst the chaos. Wherever he stepped, light radiated from him, illuminating the battlefield. Young or old, strong or weak, it made no difference. They were all swept away like mere debris. They didn't even have the power to fight back. Talk about injuring him? Ridiculous. Not a single one of them could even get close. In pure desperation, an older martial artist grabbed Harold by the collar, shaking him violently. "Harold, who the hell is this guy?" Harold opened his mouth, about to shout. "That's my goddamn ancestor!" But he quickly shut up. Instead, he yelled back. "How the hell should I know?" Since they couldn't fight Lu Xing, the martial artists turned their fury on Harold instead. Poor Harold clutched his head, wailing. "Stop asking me! I'm just a weak little level 9 martial saint." Silence. Every martial saint in the area froze. A level 9 martial saint? Weren't they all level 9 martial saints? Then what the hell were they supposed to do against Lu Xing? Hearing Harold's words, Lu Xing laughed mockingly. "Too weak, all of you! Trash! Can you at least try to show me the power of a level 9? His words slapped them across the face. These were the strongest martial artists in the world, the elite of the elite. They had never been humiliated like this before. A vein popped in one man's forehead. In a fit of rage, he dug into his robe, grabbed a handful of crystals, and shouted, "Damn it! I'm going all in!" What he held, subsequent crystals, a volatile, forbidden power source, without hesitation, he shoved them into his mouth and crunched down, crack, 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 like a man devouring popcorn. He chewed them down, 2 deep breaths, his body ignited, the sheer heat rolling off him distorted the air. His muscles bulged, his veins protruded like writhing serpents, and his skin turned crimson. His howl was no longer human. He charged. A thunderous explosion erupted beneath his feet as he rocketed forward, moving at speeds far beyond human limits. His fist tightened, his teeth clenched, his veins throbbed, and with a voice full of madness, he roared, "Die, die, die, I'll kill you!" His fist swung straight at Lu Xing's face, and it landed. Lu Xing's body blurred, blasted backward like a shooting star, straight into a mountainside. Boom! A massive explosion erupted as the mountain shattered upon impact. Silence, every eye locked onto the rising smoke, hearts pounding. Did he finally die? A soft cough. Lu Xing emerged. He wiped the blood trickling from his lips, or was it his nose? It was hard to tell, but for the first time, his smug grin faded. Just a little. Instead, he smiled in satisfaction. Yes. Yes. That's it. More! Give me more! His eyes burned with excitement, even bleeding, even taking hits. He looked thrilled, completely insane. At this point, if the martial artists still hesitated, then when would they ever fight? I refuse to believe it! Someone screamed. He's just a level 8. There's no way he can defeat all of us. No more hesitation. One by one, they devoured subsequent crystals. Purple light exploded as their bodies transformed, and as one, they charged at Lu Xing. They swung for his head, they punched for his chest. For the first time, Lu Xing couldn't simply bulldoze through them anymore. They pummeled him relentlessly, never letting him touch the ground. Smack, smack, boom. The sounds of flesh meeting flesh echoed across the battlefield. For a moment, he was nothing more than a blur, a punching bag in a storm of attacks, until a final, devastating kick sent him crashing down. His body slammed into the ground with an earth-shattering thud. A voice sneered. What? Thought you could look down on us? No response. Lu Xing lay there, bruised, scratched, but still grinning. Then, a golden aura erupted from him. Electricity crackled through the air. From his chest, a blinding sphere of light began to form, bigger, brighter, until, in an instant, the sphere enveloped the young man within, lifting him high into the air as it radiated a divine brilliance. Lu Xing hovered above with an arrogance that seemed almost unnatural, as if all the punches he had just taken were nothing more than trivial annoyances. Yes, this is it. This is exactly it. He clenched his arms tightly against his chest, then violently thrust them outward, releasing a long, ferocious roar. This is exactly what I have always longed for, the ultimate pressure. Woohoo! The sheer force emanating from Lu Xing compressed the air so intensely that it felt as though reality itself was about to collapse. The brilliant sphere surrounding him blazed with blinding light. Tearing through the earth and rock in its path, it was as if a nuclear warhead had just detonated. The entire island trembled violently like a spinning top, while the martial saints struggled to maintain their balance. What the hell is happening? As confusion spread among them, the light surrounding Lu Xing condensed into an enormous beam, shooting straight into the sky and piercing through the golden formation that had emerged above. It shone as brightly as the stars in the heavens. The violent tremors sent massive waves rippling across the surrounding ocean. Lu Xing discharged an immense electrical charge, as if he had become a gigantic, storm-charged thundercloud. Every step closer sent the martial artist scrambling in terror. The pressure he exerted on the air itself was no joke. His entire figure now radiated with golden brilliance. Lu Xing could feel the transformation in his body. A deep fissure ran across his face. He had broken through. Ha! I should thank these weaklings, shouldn't I? He spread his arms and gazed at the massive pillar of light he had created, his voice echoing eerily like a whisper from the underworld. I've ascended in the mortal realm. I stand undefeated. He whispered to the strange sun-like radiance above, while the martial artists below all had the same thought running through their minds. With an aura like this, has he really ascended to rank 9? He was already capable of fighting all of us at rank 8. If he's truly rank 9 now, wouldn't he slaughter us like chickens? A monster! Run! If we don't flee now, it'll be too late. Everyone could see it. Lu Xing's rank 8 was something entirely different from theirs. The military command also realized that the situation on the island had gone beyond their imagination. Oh, that is truly the god of the mortal world, the ultimate limit, the absolute pinnacle of mankind. The Eastern Marshal was speechless. He fell to his knees, almost ready to bow in worship, tears streaming down his face in admiration. Extreme light, extreme heat, extreme power. Lu Xing, he was their god. As the violent upheaval unfolded on the island, two figures silently slipped away from the edge. One of them was Wanwan's mother. She was keenly aware that this overwhelming power was beyond words. I didn't even dare to consume the subsequent crystal and risk my life just now. In the depths of my soul, I can feel it. He is not someone I could ever hope to defeat. Right now, it feels like I'm witnessing history, watching an epic being written before my very eyes. Many things on this planet were about to change. A completely new era was coming, and the ruler of this era, it was him, Lu Xing. Lu Xing had already known this. He didn't need to live as long as these old monsters to understand. The martial saints of this 300-year martial era were still too weak, even with 20 of them. Even after enhancing themselves with subsequent crystals, they could barely cause a qualitative change in battle. Too many among them were incompetent, unable to provide him with any real pressure. In this battle, he had even suppressed part of his strength to avoid instantly annihilating them. He was still far from his true limit. This felt like a game. There was no real sense of crisis. He could clearly tell that no matter how much these martial saints attacked him, these weaklings could never kill him. When he had only 22 immortal cells, he could already withstand a strike from a tier 10. Now, with nearly 300 immortal cells, if a group of tier 9 warriors could kill him, it would be nothing short of laughable. Right now, it felt like he was only halfway into tier 9, not fully there yet. His fusion of martial domain and spiritual force was still incomplete. Somewhere in the sky above lay the answer he sought. To uncover the power that martial arts of the past 300 years had failed to explain, it seemed his only hope was in the so-called guide, who would soon arrive.